Honestly, yeah. A lot of people are out here for the sake of fame, for the sake of likes, for the sake of clicks and attention. They're compromising themselves. Now, there are some people that are comfortable doing things that's way out of the box that other people would deem, you know, immoral or low or whatever. Some people are just comfortable. It sits well with their core, and some people are not. Now, the ones that doing these things. Well, okay, example. There's a famous podcaster called Adam 22, and he's in the adult film industry. So him and his wife, yeah, and mother of his child, they do, multiple adult movies with, other men and females. Do you know what I mean? But that's their industry, and they seem to enjoy it, get a kick out of it. It seems to be their thing. Fine. They're on OnlyFans and they're getting success. They're monetizing it. It's their thing. It's their kink. No judgment. No judgment whatsoever. Okay. Then in the UK, there's this TikToker called Bevo, and he's famously known for literally just swallowing food, and that he doesn't chew. He just kind of swallows food. He eats food in a very interesting way. And that was his thing. People used to click on him, subscribe to him, just to watch him eat food, just swallow food. You right? Fine. That's what got you famous. Cool. Fine. Now he's going down the Adam 22 route, and he's allowing his partner to, you know, uh, participate in certain acts with his friends. But the difference is, unlike Adam 22, he's not comfortable with it. He says he is, he's not comfortable. You can tell that, he used to be, for lack of a better word, probably wasn't popular in school, okay? And he's risen to stardom or to fame. He's got a bit of attention. So, he's probably not used to getting certain attention, okay? So, when you're not used to uh, owning something, or you're not used to possessing something, right? You want to hold on to it a bit more. And so I say all that to say this. He's out trying to follow the blueprint of Adam 22, and allowing his partner to participate in certain acts, okay? Um, but you can tell when the podcast, because he was on a podcast and they was asking him questions. When he was on the podcast, and they were saying, okay, so how do you feel about it? He was like, yeah, I kind of like it. Yeah, it's kind of my thing. And you can tell it's not his thing. You can tell it's not his thing. So I don't know the reason why he's doing it. It's like he's trying to take a different niche rather than staying in his own lane. Now, maybe his own lane was drying up, so he wanted to try something new. But this is not the way, because he's compromising himself. You know, he's doing things that is not comfortable for him, not comfortable with him. Do you know what I mean? And, these can lead to, like, this could be a knock-on effect to his, literally, not just social media downfall and decline, like mental health downfall and decline. Like, and his girlfriend, like, on the podcast, I couldn't see the connection. So she's obviously just with him for the clout, you know. And again, the guys that ain't used to getting a certain amount of attention, they wouldn't know the difference. They just compromise themselves. Just superior simps and yes men. And it's like, it's sad. Don't compromise yourself, guys. Do not compromise yourself. If you're doing something, don't, you know, compromise or sell your insides to to rise up. Don't monetize on your soul. You can't monetize on your soul, you know, because now, especially in these days and ages, and guys, hit the like button, guys. It's free. Hit the thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel. You know, it really helps, especially if you like the content. But don't monetize on your soul, guys, because you guys could be, you know, in this day and age, right? Things are almost eternalized because people record screens and upload, and there's YouTube and there's TikTok, and you'll get memes made out of you. There are certain people that are paying for what they've done periodically. Periodically. You know, there's certain people, and I won't say who, but there's certain people that's done certain things around certain times of the year, and you know, they pop up periodically every year. You know, and I'm just thinking, man, these guys, you know, I'm not even gonna say they compromised themselves. They just participated in an act when they wasn't in the right mind state, and they're paying for it. But then there's these guys that are literally compromising themselves. You know, they're bending over backwards, figuratively and literally. You know, um, and yeah, that's it's not. It's just don't do stuff now that you will regret in 10 years, because if you feel like you're going to regret it in 10, okay, there's some things that you don't know if you're going to regret, you know, and you're trying to live in the moment, but man, you need to have a little bit of more foresight. Like, you know, you need to have some more foresight, like, because there's a lot of stuff that if you kind of, there's the moralist, there's the moral stuff, there's the moral stuff where, you know, it doesn't matter, 20, 10, 15, 20 years, you're not going to like it. But then there's stuff that you might do today, but with newfound information later on, you know, you won't like it, you know. But, man, compromising. And it's like a lot of people, they compromise their self for people that wouldn't even do the same for them. They will bend over backwards for people that wouldn't do the same for them. They will give their last for people that wouldn't do the same for them. That I just want to be down stuff, that is dead. That I just want to do everything it takes just to fit in, that is dead. Like, we need to go back to being comfortable by ourselves, with no one, lonely. You know, like, we need to be comfortable in our own skin when we're by ourselves, because if we continuously do stuff and or put ourselves in a position where we feel like we need people all the time, like, we're gonna start doing stuff to keep these people around, and doing stuff that we have no business doing just to keep them around, literally buying friends, you know, and that is conditional. If you have to do something for people to be around you, then that means that relationship is conditional. I'm about that unconditional relationship. It's not transactional. Those are the type of relationships that I need to be in and around. I'm not just talking about like relationship, I'm talking about like friendships, partnerships, you know, like all of that stuff. Like, you can't be out here compromising yourself for people that won't do it for you, you know. And again, it doesn't have to be equal. It doesn't have to be equal. It doesn't have to be equal, you know. Like, okay, what I mean is, if yeah, like, it just has to be valued the same. That's it. It has to be of equal value. Like, again, I always say it. If I value a hug, if I value a hug higher than I value a kiss, then you don't need to kiss me, just hug me. Do you understand? Like it just has to be equal value. It doesn't have to be the same, is what I mean. It doesn't have to be the same. It just has to be as equal value. You know, and you just being around people that don't value you. You know, it's not cool. They don't care. They don't value you. They're not there for you unless you can do something for them. But you're compromising yourself to be there, to be around, bending over backwards. You check for them, they don't check for you. Come on, man, this is not cool. This is not cool. But because someone is popular, because someone is rich, because someone is good looking, you're willing to just bend over backwards and be taken advantage of. There's never a time where you should allow yourself to be taken advantage of as a human, on a human level. On a human level. Like, you need to respect yourself more. Like, respect yourself more. Like, there are some people that don't have as much energy as you have to give. You know, they could be feeling low. Fine, you know. So, you know, you're pouring energy into them to build them back up, but then there has to be a turning point where it's like, okay, you need to contribute to this emotional bank account, the bank account of this relationship. You can't be just constantly withdrawing without putting something in. Something needs to be put in. You know, there needs to be some kind of reciprocation. There has to be, there must. You know, there must. You know what I mean? You know, but the thing is, it takes you losing some people to learn this stuff. You know, being around different people to learn this stuff. Years of experience, you know, to learn this stuff. So I get it. But I just want you to think about it and consider it, guys. Just think about it and consider it. You know, in all of your friendships or relationships, just think about it and consider what I'm saying. Don't compromise yourself. You know, don't be in any conditional relationships where you need to continue to pour in this person just keeps taking for you to coexist in this relationship or partnership. That's not cool. You know, if you're not feeling valued, and if you're the one that's continuously given and nothing's coming back of equal value, doesn't have to be the same, as I said, we just need to be equal value. Then what are we doing? Why are we doing it? And that's what we need to ask ourselves. Why? Why do we compromise ourselves? For money, for attention, for love, for likes? Why are we doing stuff that we don't like? Why should we be doing things that we don't like? Like, example, not all of us like our jobs, but we must. But that's different. But for us to be subjected to abuse or having us put ourselves in a compromising position where, you know, we're going to judge ourselves, hate ourselves, not feel good about ourselves. Like, this is not the same as going to a job you do not like. It's not the same. You know, like, if we haven't found, not everybody is lucky enough to work and do something that they love, that they find fulfilling. You know, so a lot of us, we work and we're not happy, but none of us should be working and degrading ourselves. Do you know what I mean? We shouldn't be facing degradation, you know, at work. So if you're doing stuff and you're degrading yourself, you're devaluing yourself. This is not what it's about. This is not good. This is not good. Don't compromise yourself in that way. You know? You never compromise yourself in that way. That's not on. Because you're gonna hate yourself in years to come. And you won't be able to live it down, not in this day and age, not with social media. These are different times, different days, different years. It's just different. subscribe button, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Anyway, where you from? How you feeling? What you up to? What's going on?
بس ريح. يلا خد نفس، واحد اثنين، كيف نفسك؟